What is going on, guys? Zuko back with another Dragonflight video. How are you all doing? Hope you're doing really well. I'm so excited to talk about this video. We're back on the Shadowpriest. I wanted to see if it was possible to still play a Mindbender build, because if you guys don't know, basically every Shadowpriest has abandoned the Mindbender line, and they're doing this now. You get to the middle of the tree, and you take Dark Evangelism and you go Insanity. Then you're going to go Encroaching down to Yogg, and then you're going to go down to N'Zoth. This is what a lot of the builds are doing right now. Everybody's shifted over because of the changes to Psychic Link. It makes the taking Void Torrent exceptionally strong now because it cleaves with Psychic Link, of course. And Mind Flay got buffed, the damage of Mind Flay, including Mind Flay Insanity. So I understand why people are playing this build. I wanted to see, hey, what if we just don't do that? What if we just don't do that and stay with the Mindbender game style that we've been playing? So here's the build. First of all, shout out to Asterial, because I forgot to take Vampiric Embrace again. Oh, I should have taken it, because the leech was great. Look at my healing. Look at the leech. But seriously, guys, don't do what I did. Take Vampiric Embrace. Don't be an idiot like me, okay? Please. For the love of God, take Vampiric Embrace. Here's the build that I did. We only have 1 point in Mind Devourer. That's okay. We got our Mindbender stuff. We have our 1 minute window, which is Dark Ascension plus Mindbender. Explosive 1 minute window. Inside of that 1 minute window, we're obviously detonating Inescapable Torments with our Mind Blast and our Shadow Word Death. You still also have Void Torrent. You have 30-second Void Torrent. So you need to try and... The skill check with this build is to not overcap too much Insanity, and to try and make sure you're fitting in Void Torrent as much as possible, because it's a 30-second cooldown. You want to be casting it basically on cooldown. So I don't do it perfectly in this footage here that I'm going to show you, but it's pretty damn good. And I'm going to show you the damage in a second there. Last thing I want to say is that you only take 1 point in Mind Devourer because you're getting lots of generation from Void Torrent. So I always think of Void Torrent acting the exact same way that Mind Devourer does. Mind Devourer gives you a free proc. That's more valuable than anything on here. But Void Torrent gives you 60 Insanity, which basically, if your dots are ticking and stuff and other stuff's going on, you're going to be almost at 100 Insanity by the time this is done channeling. So it basically functions as a free proc like Mind Devourer. That's how you have to think of it. Every 30 seconds, you get a full bar of Insanity. Well, that's what Mind Devourer does. It just has a chance to do it. So that's why I'm okay pivoting and taking 1 point away from Devourer to get 2 points in Inescapable, okay? So that's the build. I will link it down below. Let's get into the dungeon footage right now. Okay, guys, so we're into the footage here. We've landed on the ground. This is a Knockhood 17. I just want to say quickly that some people, I think, there'll be some comments underneath that somebody had said that they're like, oh, you're only doing a 17. That's terrible. It's crap. It's like, it's not, okay? A 17 is perfectly fine. Lots of people are struggling right now to get 17s done. Not everybody's doing plus 25 keys. It's okay to be doing 17s and 18s. Don't think that you're a bad player if somebody's making fun of you for maybe not being able to complete a 17. Don't worry about it, okay? We're all having fun playing this game, so I just want to say that to the trolls who are inevitably going to talk in my video. Watch this opener. This is so disgusting. I've never done more damage in my entire life. This is so crazy. I go Dark Ascension, Mindbender. I PI nobody. I just PI myself. Big mistake. Shadow Crash. I do Halo into Mind Blast, Shadow Word Death. Look at my damage. Watch my damage here. 225, 250, 270, 275. We have to move a little bit. 290, 300, 330. I think we peak at 330. That's it. But it was so insane. The opener was so crazy, dude. I've never done that much damage before. Holy crap. I was going to say another word, but I'm just going to say crap because holy crap. That was so sick. So really quickly, I'll walk you through it again, okay? You ready? Really quick. Dark Ascension, Mindbender, Power Word, somebody else. Power Word, PI somebody else, please, for the love of God. Shadow Crash, Halo, okay? Mind Blast, Shadow Word Death. Then it's up to you. If you're getting procs on Mindseer, which I happen to get lucky, make sure you fit a Void Torrent in really early. You want to Void Torrent early because you want to get it on cooldown, right? Always. And then you're into the procs. You're just waiting for procs. Okay? So that's that. Really, really insane amount of damage. And our healer did die, but Frig, that was good. Like, that's a good first pull. Lots of times on that patrol, people will die over and over again. And because it's only been 60 seconds, we have all of our cooldowns back. This is why I don't really like Void Eruption as much. I love Dark Ascension because you have your 1 minute window back, and we're back right into it again. We're doing, you know, Dark Ascension into Mindbender, into Mind Blast, Shadow Word Death, and then we're back to it. We're doing 150k again. So this build is really smooth. It doesn't feel difficult to pull off. Like, the muscle memory just doesn't feel that hard. You don't have any extra buttons to worry about, okay? You don't have to worry about Mindflay Insanity. You don't have to worry about, what was the other one I was thinking of? Oh, Void Eruption into Void Bolt. As valuable as that spell is, don't get me wrong, it's a good spell. But you don't have to worry about pressing Void Bolt and maximizing your Void Bolt uptime and not overcapping on Insanity. And you don't have to worry about any of that. You just get your Mindbender out, do the Mindbender rotation, and then worry about pressing Void Torrent and not overcapping your Insanity. That's it. That's all you're basically doing is that kind of gameplay loop. So I really enjoy this style, and I think that it absolutely slaps on packs. Like, again, we have our 1 minute window here again. We didn't start with it, so we're getting a little desynced now, but that's okay. We're into it now, and boom, we're up to 100k just like that. People are getting wrecked. 125k. There's a Halo. Watch this. It'll spike again. Almost 140k. So, like, every minute, basically, if you have, like, every minute, and if there's, like, 5 enemies in front of you, you can do, like, 150k. Every time. If there's, like, 8 or 9 or 10 enemies in front of you, you're going to do 300k. Like, if you pull it off. It's just every minute. That's, you know, with PI. We had PI and we had drums. Sorry. At the very beginning, we did have drums. Nobody had Lust. And nobody had drums. I had one set of drums for this whole dungeon, and I used it at the beginning. So we don't even get it later on, which is kind of sad. Also, Master Spell this week is completely insane. I'll show you some better Master Spells later where I get rid of like 5-6 stacks. But once again, our 1 minute window isn't back yet, but it's coming. So we're starting off really slow here, and that's okay. Don't have to worry about it. We'll do our 1 minute window right now. Get rid of that explosive for my team. Don't say I never got rid of an explosive. Okay, I got rid of one. Now, I cast Dark Ascension Mindbender here. It's probably a bad idea, but I don't know. I don't think you should never hold it. You should never, ever hold it, because we're going to catch up in damage here. Boom, boom, boom. Once we get Halo off here, we'll probably catch right up. Actually, I don't even know if I use Halo. I got a good Shadow Word Death there. The other thing with this build, of course, Inescapable Torment triggers off of Shadow Word Death. So if an enemy is getting low and your Mindbender's out, you can get 2 Shadow Word Deaths off, right? And get a double proc on his effect. So, again, you can see by the end of this pull, we've caught right up with the Warrior, basically. He's a little bit ahead of us, but I'm not really sure about desyncing like that. Like, you want to have Dark Ascension and Mindbender up at the beginning of every pack, but realistically, that's not going to happen. So you can see even right here, we're starting this next pack, and I got 10 seconds on my cooldown. So I Shadow Crash first. We get a little bit of damage going. I PI the Boomkin. I think I should have been PIing the Warrior, and I do that later. Now I'm getting focused down, so I Power Word Shield myself. Now I can go into my Dark Ascension build, but I'm doing 100k even without it. But now we're doing Dark Ascension plus Mindbender. This is where our damage kicks in. 140k, 150k. There you go. We caught right back up. We were only doing 100k, and then boom, now we're doing 170. So that's where the power really lies. It's in that 1 minute CD. Another Master Spell here. You can see we refreshed to 4 stacks there. Huge Master Spell here. Watch this. 3 stacks are ticking away. Okay, 3, 3, and then at the last second, boom, goes up to 4, and I'm able to Master Spell. And I have also taken, guys, the talent right below Master Spell, Improved Master Spell, which reduces its cooldown to 25 seconds, and then obviously reduces its cast time, which is crisp. Really, really good to have the cast time reduced. So here's Granith. Nothing special here, except that the healer doesn't do the ballistas. I'm not sure if he just was sleeping at the wheel, but one thing I will say, your single target damage will be less, I believe, with this build than if you had been doing the other build I talked about, where you take Dark Evangelism with Mindflay Insanity. Absolutely, you will have less single target. Absolutely. So if I had the Mindflay Insanity build, I'd probably be able to do 70k single target, maybe a little bit more. So here's the problem. The Eruption's going off, and our guy isn't over here. So my damage goes down because he wasn't paying attention. It's fine. Not a big deal, but just to know. Just to note as well, if you take Mindflay Insanity and do that whole build, your damage will be much better. Don't get me wrong at all. You would have much better damage. So we kill Granith, get to this next pack. Again, guys, every pack we got 120 to like 150,000 damage. It's just crazy. I Master Spell these guys over here, these Primal Gusts. Easy to get rid of them. Probably should honestly just have saved it for bursting. It's much more valuable on bursting, so whatever. I could have individually dispelled those guys, and then I could have Mass Dispelled the group. That's a better use of Mass Dispel, because we get 3 stacks here. So it is a healer problem, but realistically, it's something you can help out with a lot this week. So make sure that you do that. Let me skip ahead to this pack here. Gets really dicey. Again, I didn't have Mass Dispel here. This is another thing you can Mass Dispel. Tempest. There's 6 stacks of Tempest on everybody. I should have saved it. And I just didn't have the mana for whatever reason. So sad, because everybody's dying. Like, Giga dying. And I could have saved them all. So, again, probably a mistake on my part that I don't have the mana for it. I'm not sure what I was spending my mana on. I guess I was healing myself. So, anyway, little things, guys. Little things to look for to improve. Here's a great, I do partway through here. I think I do cast my Dark Ascension. Yep. Dark Ascension. Mind Blast, boom, 130k. We're going to get up 100. I got a proc, even better. 160k. Here comes the proc. And I get right into another Mind Sphere. 2 Mind Spheres in a row. Proc, 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 proc. It's just really good, consistent AoE damage. It never fails. I'm telling you, this thing is crazy. Here's this pack here. I don't even have Dark Ascension or Mind Bender, but watch our damage here. I'm wary about using Halo here, but I do end up doing it. We're over 100k. Here we go. Mind Games into Halo. Big damage. Void Torrent. Big damage. We're trying to keep up with the tank, actually. God, prop paladins are crazy. We're finally able to get ahead of the tank. Look at how much damage he's doing. Prop paladins are insane. I love them so much, dude. Now we get Dark Ascension Mindbender. Again, up to you guys. You know, this is debatable, right? What do you guys think? Should I use it here or not? I think I should, because the value of Dark Ascension... Sorry, the value of Mindbender is in his AoE splashes, and we're going to go right to the boss after this. So, I don't know. These kinds of situations are tough. When your cooldowns are coming up halfway through a pack, what do you guys think? I would love to hear what you guys think about this kind of thing. Should I use it? Should I not? I feel like I should. That's the camp that I'm falling into. But it's sort of debatable. It's sort of debatable there. Okay. This boss, Raging Tempest, not too much going on here. Again, our single target damage isn't the best. We're above 50k right now, which I'm very happy about. But it could be better. It could be better, and it's not going to be super great simply because we're not taking Mind Flay Insanity. That's the big trade-off. We're not. We're investing elsewhere. Now, if you guys are wondering what my filler button is, I don't actually press Mind Flay at all with this build. I just press Mind Spike. 2 Mind Spikes will give you a instant cast, almost guaranteed crit Mind Blast because of Mind Melt, the passive, right? So my filler is always Mind Spike so that I'm always making my Mind Blast crit. And again, when you're in an AoE pack, if your Mind Blast crits, guess what? It's going to crit all that damage into Psychic Link and do a bunch of AoE damage. So I like that synergy there. I really think that's cool. Yeah, here's the end of the boss fight there. Let's move on to this pack. Is there anything crazy going on here? I don't think so. Again, it's basically more of the same. But I just wanted to sort of show you that on every AoE pack. Let's see. Okay, here's a good AoE pack coming up here. Oh, never mind. They kind of duff it here. I have everything up right now. So anyway, here we go. We go Dark Ascension, PI, Mind Bender, and boom, we're into it. We get a proc right away. Watch our damage here. This is only on 3 targets, but boom, 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 up to 100k here. There we go. If this was like 10 targets, we'd be doing 250k. That's what's just so cool about this. So maybe a wasted cooldown there. I don't know. Debatable. There's a good Mass Dispel. 3 stacks there. Boom. You can get it off so fast. Don't worry. Always use your Mass Dispels to help your team. It saves your healer so much mana. They will love you forever, I promise. Here's a proc where we don't have any cooldowns at all. I finally get a Shadow Crash off. Look at our damage still. It's still fine. The damage is still fine. It's low right now. Don't get me wrong, but we're going to catch up here. Really, the bulk of your damage is coming from your 1-minute window, but you can still keep up here. We're slowly climbing. We're at 80k now. We were at like 50k before, so you can just see it's not terrible even outside of your cooldowns. But again, in higher Mythic Plus, your cooldowns are going to be up for almost every pack because the mobs last so long. This is a fortified week, right? So here we go. Shadow Crash into our big cooldowns. Are you ready? Mindbender, let's go, baby. This is big damage here. We call this Giga Chad damage. Oh no, I die here. Yeah. No Giga Chad damage. This is the big... I greeted so hard for my positioning there. Forget it. There's no Giga Chad damage here. Maybe on the next pack? Let's try the next one. Ready for this? Y'all ready for this? Okay, we popped our cooldowns. We shadow crashed. Where's my Halo? Mind games? Where's Halo? Zuko, what are you doing? Press Halo. Come on now. Don't let me down, bro. He's not going to press it. He's not going to press it. There he goes. Oh, and this is so aggravating, having Eruption go off. Because I'm constantly canceling my casts. So this is a big skill check here. Trying to figure out when you can time a really good Mind Seer. I kind of opted just to do Devouring Plagues, actually, because it was so frustrating. And still, we're doing 125k damage overall. Like, sorry, AoE damage there. It's solid. Big Mass Dispel right there. It's still solid, guys, even if you're interrupted. Big 4-stack Mass Dispel. Probably saved a death there. If not, half the healer's mana bar. So always remember that, guys. Use your freaking Mass Dispel. Here we go. We're back at it again. Up to 100k. I use my cooldowns there with Halo. Here we go. We're into the big... See how it spikes there? Watch this. Mind Blast. We're doing 123k. Here comes the damage from Mindbender. Inescapable Torment. Ready? 123k, 140k. Boom. Just boom, boom, boom. It's so big like that. I love it. 150k almost. Looking good. Master Spell once again. Very, very good. Okay. We have to clean up a bunch of trash. This is where you get the rest of your trash. If you've never done this dungeon before, this is where you get the rest of your trash. We're into the boss fight. This is pretty good for us. 2-target cleave's not bad. Also, a little tip for you guys, if you don't know, when she does Gale Arrow, you should stack your entire team together. Stack everybody up together. Because this initial hit of the Gale Arrow will not bounce between different people. It won't hurt everybody. You'll just get hit with your own individual Gale Arrow. Okay? It does a little bit of damage, and then all the tornadoes are going out from the same spot. So it's it's totally okay. And then they're all going to come back. The tornadoes are going to come back, but that's okay. You just use your eyeballs. Keep your eyeballs open. See where the tornadoes are. And like I'm about to do right here, you just kind of dodge out of the way. Here we go. Here they're coming. Oh, not a problem. Get rid of that explosive. But yeah, this fight's pretty good because we can get 2 dots up the entire time. And I think ideally you should be devouring, plaguing each target. That's what I think you should do to try and get maximum psychic link damage. But anyway, I just think you shouldn't use Mind Seer here. Unless you get a free proc like that. Why do I say that shit? Did you see that? I'm like, you shouldn't use Mind Seer here. And then I use Mind Seer like right after I said that. Oh my. What, dude? Never mind. Just don't listen to me. Whatever you do, don't listen to a single thing that I'm saying. We're into our Mindbender window. Shadow Word Death. Surely I'm going to press Shadow Word Death, right? Surely. Come on, Zuko. You can do it. Press Shadow Word Death. You can do it. I'm stacking for Gale Arrow. I forgot to do it. Well, that's a yikes. Again, don't listen to me, guys. I'm just kidding. Small mistakes. Small mistakes. We can clean it up. It's okay. When you play 25 specs like I do, sometimes your muscle memory fails you a little bit. Okay, we have to clean up the rest of the trash. No big deal. More of the same. We'll get to the final boss. Here's the last 2 guys once again. We kind of duffed this final pull. So, let me show you that. We duffed this real hard. He does his phase, right? Here we go. He's phasing. We screwed this up real hard. I don't know why. I actually want to look at it. This is my first time looking at it with you guys. So you want to silence all the enemies and bring them together so that you can AoE them down. Okay. I have Dark Ascension and Mindbender here. Here we go. Dark Ascension, Mindbender. We're good. Everybody's dead already. I don't know what's happening. My damage is about to go pop off, and everybody's already dead. And then the Storm Bolts start getting off, and I get wrecked by Storm Bolts. So that's a problem. And then yeah, that's a problem. Okay, so that's kind of what happens there. So we fly back. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You saw nothing? Nothing to see here. Okay, let's see that again. So, again, you don't want to get killed by Storm. Let's see what happens if you do it right. Here we go. We're into it now. Siphon Power. Here's round 2. Once again, the exact same thing. How did we do it right this time? Well, he does. I think maybe the tank didn't have Divine Toll Blast. I sniped this explosive because otherwise everybody's going to die. My cooldowns are running. I'm doing big damage to the AoE. This is good. I told everybody to pop their defensives. Look at this. Nobody died this time. Look at how different that was. Are you kidding me, man? A little bit of practice can really go a long way. That was like a complete 180 from what we just did a minute ago. So really, really cool to see that. So there we go. That's the fight. Nothing too crazy. One little tip is that when he does his charge thing, you want to put him over here by the wood, by the wooden gate. I disperse this, by the way. We pre-disperse. Because then he's going to do his stampede, and he's just going to run into the wall. If you have him stampede somewhere else in the arena, then he's going to run really far away, and you don't want that. You want him to stay close. It's really frustrating if he runs halfway across the world. The other tip or the other problem on this fight for Shadowpriest is trying to figure out when you can press your channeled spells, because you're constantly being chased by the little blue swirlies. So very important to time your channeled spells correctly. And I think I try to get one here, but I don't think I get it right. Get right. I'm trying to there we go. I'm trying to time my Void Torrent, but I have to move. So ideally you should just press it and not worry about getting maximum value, because you're likely going to get interrupted on this fight. That's just the way it is. So don't worry too much about that. But boy, Vampiric Embrace would be really good on this fight, eh, Stereo? That'd be really good to have on this fight. But look at all the leech. Look at me leeching. I'm leeching so hard right now. Oh my god. Stereo's rolling in his grave right now. Love it. Let me look at our damage overall. Here it is. Here's what it looks like. Psychic Link, top damage. Mind Seer still up there. Vampiric Touch, boom, boom, boom. Inescapable Torment doing almost 8% of our damage. That's how it works, guys. Echoing Void, 4.2%. So the Psychic Link stuff is still the biggest component here, because you have things like Void Torrent that are still cleaving, and Mind Spike is cleaving, and Mind Blast is cleaving with Psychic Link. We're just not getting, you know, Void Bolt. That's the only one we're not benefiting from anymore. And we're also getting Mind Games, which does it as well. But I really like this build. I really like still having Mindbender as a part of my kit. I really enjoy having the inclusion of Void Torrent now, and only having 1 point in Mind Devour didn't seem like it was that big of a problem for me. I was still getting procs. I just wasn't getting quite as many, but that's okay, because we have Void Torrent to fill in the gap, fill in that GCD gap, and also generate tons of resources for us. So there you go, guys. That is the dungeon footage in a nutshell. I think I also show how much I leeched here, which, you know, is pretty important. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'm still happy with Shadowpriest, and I think that there's still a Mindbender build that actually works quite well in all the dungeon content. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. I love you all. I'll see you in the next one.